Good afternoon, my beautiful listeners, and welcome to another episode of the Endless Mindset podcast. I am so super excited about today's episode. I can't even begin to tell you. It's the person who I'm bringing is making it even better, and the topic we're going to be talking about is a very hot topic these days. Now, many of us are very familiar with the expressions such as power of thoughts, law of attraction, law of universe, but lots of us don't fully even understand that as much as we wish or as much as we should in order to actually make it work. Now, who I'm bringing you today, it's someone who is inspiring me on a daily basis in so many levels. Someone who is entrepreneur herself, mother of beautiful three children. In fact, her oldest I've interviewed on my previous episode, which we can have a little mention before. But for those who's listening, or for those who are regular listeners, the previous episode was actually a Sama, which was a daughter of our beautiful Meena, one and only Meena Samara, who is a energy healing expert who is helping entrepreneurs from around the world to achieve their inner peace and to achieve their goals and everything they actually desire. So I am so excited that she accepted the invitation to come on my podcast. I'm very honored to have you on. Hi, Meena, and welcome on my show.
Hi, Lenka. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you so much for coming. As I said, I'm so excited to have you on. And as I said, you're inspiring me in so many levels since the day one I met you. And since when you said that you were going to come on my podcast, I was like, this is going to be amazing. Everybody needs to hear what Meena has to say. You are very inspiring healer in so many ways as well. Like you're one of your niches is actually that you do help entrepreneurs, which is really beautiful. You are entrepreneur yourself, and you are also busy mommy, very busy, very busy human being, and you manage to help people around the world. So let's talk about that a little bit more. Tell for those who don't know you, who is Meena and what you do. Tell us a little bit more about you.
Okay, so I come from a business background. My parents were in business. I grew up around business, and that was the entrepreneurial streak was in my blood, I would say. I'm also have always had a great interest, just a personal interest in all things spirituality, psychic mediums, all of those kind of things over the years. It was more like a hobby and an interest that would just pique my interest growing up. So, I was into I would always read my horoscopes. When I look back at it, it was just like a picture building up over the years. So that's a bit more about me. So I come from a business background. I'm very much into spirituality, and I'm a mom. I've had businesses, and now I focus more on helping other people because this is just something that I've done for a long time. I'm a problem solver. I like to support other people because I've been through a lot myself. I've been through a very deep internal journey of healing myself, and I made a decision that I want to be the person that I needed in my darkest hour, and that's who I choose to present myself as each day.
That is so beautiful, so well said as well, and I love your, the honesty as well about that. You would say that you went through some dark times yourself, and you also have, and the combination what you have said as well said that you have the like business background, and you are and so you are a businesswoman, you are an entrepreneur, but you also have experience in dark times, as loads of us do. Pretty much most of the people in the world would have a dark times at some point in their lives, and if not more. And you got out of there, and you now know that there are ways, there are tools, there's something we can do in order to actually release whatever that is, whatever negative blockages or whatever that is, and there are ways to actually heal it and get rid of it. So it's amazing that you were like, right, you recognize like, right, I can do this. And I've done it myself. I got out of these dark times. Let's help others. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
really suits you as well. Because I follow you now for a while, and it does suit you. It is something you're meant to be here to do.
Yeah, I think that's why it's quite easy for me to identify with entrepreneurs, because that's who I was as well. So I guess we speak the same language. I'm not necessarily a crystal wearing somebody who sits in mountaintops, meditating kind of spiritual healer.
Yes.
It's very much, I'm only interested in results. I'm only interested in, okay, how does that impact your bottom line? How much income have you got now coming in each month? How do we measure the results? Because I come from that side. And then when you bring the two together, you really can become the business yourself. You can transform the way, you can completely transform your life to be in so much more flow, connect with so much peace inside, but your mindset becomes such a powerhouse because you clear the blocks, the stresses that you were going through. You have so much clarity and connection with yourself that you can make so many bold moves in your business, in your life, that actually impact and make a difference.
That's amazing. It's yeah, and it kind of that this is what I've mentioned in the beginning of when I was doing the introduction is people do know now of power of thoughts, for example. It's the topic, it's more known. People say that we kind of like we're waking up to to this world, but we don't fully understand it, do we? It's like I know about it and I've got so many blockages. It's like, so it's amazing that there are people like you will be like, right, there are ways. Let's basically let's teach you. Let's help you to actually work with the universe, with the powers we have within us, really, isn't it? Because we have those powers. We just don't, some reason we
Yeah,
forget
we
them.
all do. We all have that power. And also, I understand the struggles when you're trying to use affirmations or thoughts alone to create your reality. And it works up to a point, but where people start to struggle is from childhood all the way up to now, we've been through so many negative experiences, lots of good experiences, but things have happened along that way that have created energetic blocks in our system. And then we're trying to think in a certain way, and you might be using your mind in a certain way, but your energy is saying something completely different because your energy has experienced things along the way and is trying to shield and protect you. And we say that things like fear is there to protect you. Well, I don't actually believe that fear is there to protect you. Fear is just energy, and you can release that fear energy, move it out the way so that when you go to do things and you try and step up out of your comfort zone, you can do it with ease without things, feeling like this panic attack's going to come on, or I can't speak on that stage because I literally feel like I'm going to vomit and I can't breathe, excuse the expression. But that's just energy in the way. So we can methodically and systematically cleanse out the low vibrations that are sitting in our energy field. So the things that have happened from the past, we can use energy healing techniques to go back to very gently but extremely profoundly clear them out bit by bit in the right order. So things like fear, things like feeling unworthy, any kind of low self-esteem, heartbreak, all of these things are impacting our day-to-day behavior. They impact our relationships, they impact our financial flow, and as we start to clear them out, the flow just starts to come in and your life completely transforms.
Wow, yeah. Well, like that's it's fascinating topic. It really is. And what it is that we still like loads of people still struggle with that, like how to actually break it. So like how to break that fear, for example, all these blockages. Like do you think that maybe you could show us as well today on this episode a little bit how to actually the technique?
Absolutely, I think that would be great. Rather than talking about it, don't believe a word I say. Let's have a little
Let's
we'll do a little technique to release whatever feels intuitively right today.
Wow, how lucky we are. You're gonna show us the real life session of what you actually can do. That's amazing. No, honestly, like the topic, as I said, the topic it's so hot these days, but there's lots of misunderstanding about it and lots of puzzle pieces are missing for people to actually truly allow these powers to actually work. So yeah,
Mm.
it's beautiful that we have you here today. So for anybody who's listening, because the podcast is designed for entrepreneurs, so it's absolutely perfect. That's actually your niche, and you're even talking from experience. So yeah,
Yeah.
you told us a little bit more about that topic. And do you have a different techniques, or do you do one, or what in your work?
Yeah. So just touching on clients, when I work with clients, it's very common to see their monthly income double and triple after working with me. And we what we do is we work on, I use a number of different techniques, but there's some core ones that I use. So it just depends if the person's working one-to-one with me or if they're working in a group format. So it depends which format. And ultimately what we're doing is just getting you to, it's not me who's the healer. I'm just the guide that can show you what needs to be released so I can see. And it's so much easier for me to identify what the blocks are. And then I let the person know that they're there. And then I guide them through, similar to what we'll do today, actually, guide them through to allow them to feel relaxed enough to actually let that stuff go. And just for you to realize, because part of the problem is we don't know what's there. So we don't know what we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And just the fact that somebody says to you, you can let that go. It's almost like we're giving permission.
Yeah.
Okay, feel like that. I don't want to feel like that anymore. I'm setting the intention. I want to start releasing that. And the body will basically follow your instruction. And this is why what we're thinking and what we're saying is so powerful, because we're telling the body how to behave and how to react. It's your thought. You've got your thoughts to think about. It's what you're saying. It's how you're behaving. It's your physical body, what it's been through. It's your emotional body where the energy is trapped. So I do use a number of different techniques to basically help a person really release that and really set them free from the energy that's holding them back, because we behave in ways and we don't know why we're behaving that way. So for example, you can meet somebody and you have these feelings coming up, and we say it's our instinct, but it might not be your instinct. It might just be that that person's energy reminds you of something you went through in the past.
Mm.
And you're calling it instinct, but actually what it is your body's afraid because it thinks that it's going to go through something it went through before. And that just comes up as anxiety for the person. So all of a sudden, I mean, we've all been there where nothing's happened, but you're suddenly feeling anxious out of nowhere. It comes from, and it'll go on, and you think, why am I feeling like this? You're feeling like that because you've just heard something, seen something, or experienced something that's triggered your body off, and it's brought that up. So it's brought up some kind of a memory or an emotion, and now your body's gone into panic mode. It might be that you subconsciously thought something. So sometimes we don't even realize what we're thinking. We have a fleeting thought and we're not in control of our thoughts. So you'll think something, your body will have a reaction. When your body has that reaction, it creates another negative thought. So it goes into a subconscious spiral, but we're not even aware that these thoughts are happening because we're not even paying attention to our thoughts, because we're thinking so many things all day long.
Yeah.
And then we set our system off, and now we're in a state of anxiety. And as time goes on, entrepreneurs will know what I'm talking about in business. As time's gone on and the longer you've had your business, because business can be stressful, we're keeping our body in that state for longer periods of time. And over time, it gets worse. And over time, you can start to have, panic attacks almost, and it'll get worse and worse. And basically, it's just stored negative emotions, stored negative thoughts in the body that just need to come out. It's literally like we declutter our drawers, we declutter our bedrooms, our offices. But when was the last time you decluttered your energy? When was the last time you decluttered those emotions that have been sitting there for, even for some of us who believe in pre-birth, they've been sitting there from like pre-birth, like before even this lifetime. So as we start to clear that out, you just feel so much lighter. You just feel at ease. And the amount of clarity that can come into your mind, you can start to really think in completely different ways. Your mind then is no longer something that controls you. It's something that you control. And it then becomes an instrument that you can use rather than the thing that controls you. Because actually, there's something much deeper within us that has so much power. But we give our power to the outside world. We think that we need that training course or that person, or I must tick all of these certain boxes to class that as successful. And let me tell you, it's all a load of rubbish. Even in my own personal experience, I had it all. I had a business that was turning over 4 million a year in revenue. The £1 million house, the fleet of cars, the beautiful children, a wonderful relationship. And from the outside world, it looks like you've got it all. But actually, what's the point in having all of that when inside you have no peace, You know, inside, you can't even sit alone with your own thoughts because you can't cope with what's going on inside. But actually, what's going inside and those thoughts that we're having are just things that want to come out. They want to be expressed. They want to be heard, and they can be taken out. You can literally just methodically, systematically, that's what we do, clear this stuff out, and suddenly you feel transformed because you feel at peace. But also the problems and issues that are happening in the outside world, which we all have, problems in relationships, problems with our finances. Even at that stage when I had that much income coming in, I had financial problems. It seems like lunacy. How can you have that much money and have money problems? You know,
Yeah.
people not paying on time, cash flow not just working out. And when you start putting these things in place and start working on you and your energy and stop blaming the outside world, everything comes back to us. Everything is about our experience and what we've come here to grow, that what we've come here to learn. We've come here to learn and evolve and grow and become better. This world that we're living in is just a school of life. You know, school didn't finish at 16 or 18 when we left. School actually just started.
Yeah. Whatever
School of
students.
life started then. And yeah, so that's mine. That's what.
Wow. I could just listen to you forever. Honestly, you should make your own podcast as well. You should have your own Audible book and all that. I could just listen to you. No, I love the example. I love the way how you said it that most of the people, let's say that it's normal to clean the house. You call it spring cleaning once a year, or you do it every 2 weeks, or you clean the kids' bedroom because there's too many toys and too many papers filled up with little drawings, and because they're coming home with a five a day of them, or your clothes, you go through a wardrobe. So yes, you are right. I love that you gave this example because it's true. We all cleaning out the garages, we're cleaning out the wardrobes. What about this? You're
Yeah, what
totally
about
right. And it's like everything starts there. Our health, our,
that?
as you said, relationships, business, everything starts here. Even just the way we breathe, everything starts there. Like just
Yeah.
the base, everything is there. You're so right. So clearing out this, it must be how, it's just the way you were explaining it, I was getting goosebumps. Like I have goosebumps now, just just by talking about it. So yeah, very magical. So
Yeah.
you're gonna show us today a technique. Let's show us. Are you ready to show us now?
Yes, we can do it now. We can do it now. So I'm just going to feel into what's
Just so the people who are listening to you and they also have the goosebumps from what you just said, like right, as we are freshly in that, oh, this sounds
oh, yeah, let's
magical.
try.
Yeah,
Let's
this
try.
sounds magical, right? Like, right. What does it how does it look like?
Okay, so I'm going to talk you through an energy healing meditation. So it's a bit like a meditation, but actually we're going to move energy out. We've talked today a little bit about fear, so let's work on fear and the impact that fear is having on us. So fear energy is, it's one of the more difficult and challenging energies. It really does it steals all of your dreams and your hopes away from you without you even realize you're being robbed and you're being stolen from, because it's actually
Wow.
just a big brick wall in front of you and you don't even realize. You think, I'm going for this and I want to achieve this. You can keep thinking that all you want, but your energy is blocked with pockets of fear in there. So we're going to start releasing some of that today. All I want you to do is just take a few deep breaths and just really come into your body and allow yourself to fully relax into the moment and just noticing yourself and just saying something nice to yourself. You feel comfortable to do so, you're just going to close your eyes gently. I'm just going to pop a little bit of music on.
So for those who's listening, that also gonna work on them. That's just not for me. That's also gonna work on them, isn't it?
Yes, so it doesn't have to be that we do this live. It's going to work even as a recording. It's still, in fact, sometimes more powerful because you can relax a bit more without feeling too, I need to listen in. Okay, so with your eyes closed, you're just going to say something nice to yourself, noticing your breath. I want you to visualize yourself walking down a beautiful golden beach. Do not worry if you're not very good at visualizing, just setting that intention that I'm at the beach and I'm walking along the golden sand Noticing the sound of the waves crashing up next to you. Feeling that sunshine on your face. A little breeze in the air. Feeling very cocooned, very safe and supported in this setting of nature. It's safe to be me. I am worthy. I am loved. And when you're ready, I want you just to take a little walk up to the ocean's edge, allowing the water just to touch your tippy toes. I want you to notice a golden basket next to you on the floor to the right. And what I want you to do is just have a little think about anything fear related that might be holding you back from financial success, from taking that next step towards your goals, dreams and wishes. Any worries, any fears that you might have now. And what I want you to do is literally start picking them out of your body, out of your mind, out of your head, wherever you feel like they are sitting. You want to just grab those thoughts and just start popping them into that basket. And just setting the intention to let go of any kind of fear, worry, stress. Now, whatever we set the intention to do is exactly the outcome you're going to get. And just setting the intention that we want to bring out of ourselves more courage, more confidence today. Just picking out and noticing anything that might be holding you back, whatever the story is you're creating in your mind. Popping it into the basket, and when you're ready I want you to grab the basket and just gently pop it into the water, pushing it away, really setting the intention to let that stuff go. And let me tell you, it's safe to let that go. It's just energy, it's not serving you, it's not who you are. And as that moves away from you, you're now going to set the intention to release out of your physical body, your emotional body, out of your chakras, any remaining remnants to those thoughts that you've just released. And when you're ready, I want you to step into that beautiful healing water and step into the ocean. Just go as deep as feels comfortable for you, even if that's just your feet. We all have different levels. Take a dip into those beautiful healing waters and just allowing them now to start cleansing and clearing, removing any forms of negative energy that no longer serve. Releasing fears now. And saying to yourself, I'm letting go, I'm letting go, it's safe to let go. Noticing how the ocean just starts to build up slightly, a little bit more current, cleansing through you and around you, through you and around you, releasing anything that's ready to be let go of now. This is your healing. You get to decide what you're ready to release. Just trust that each time you release something, you're creating more space for new opportunities to come into your life. Cleansing and clearing, releasing all forms of negative energy, all fears, all self-doubt being released now. Noticing how much space is being created in you. Noticing how much peace is coming through. This peaceful energy frequency is coming through now. This is peace. This is space. This is clarity. This is balance. This is harmony. This is courage. This is confidence. I am courageous. I am confident. I am peaceful. I am balanced. I am worthy. I am the dictator of my life. Life is happening for me. Everything is working out in my favor to serve me. I am loved. I am looked after. I am worthy. This is me. Drawing in so much peace, so much harmony, so much balance now. Filling up all of those spaces we've created. And when you feel ready, we're just going to step back out of the ocean, more invigorated, more alive, more aligned, more like yourself, just bigger, just brighter, just bolder, allowing the sunshine to really charge you up now, through you and around you, through you and around you, bringing through beautiful activations, ideas, inspirations coming through now, light bulb moments. You may notice them now, but don't worry if you don't. Just trust that you're being filled up with whatever you need now for that next step. Just grounding that energy now, just noticing your feet, wriggling your toes, connecting with your feet into the earth, just pressing your feet into the ground slightly, allowing the energy to penetrate out through the bottom of the soles of your feet. Just really bringing all of that beautiful energy through, allowing it to become your new way of being, feeling completely transformed, completely refreshed. Wriggling your fingers, coming back into the moment. It feels comfortable to do so, just patting down your head, patting down your face if you feel a little spaced out. Just bring you back into the moment, patting down your legs. How are you feeling?
Wow. Wow. That feels, what do you call it sometimes when people are like, you like a cuckoo land? You feel like in a cuckoo land because it's like you wake up, you're like, wow. It's like a different,
Completely different. Yes.
wow, that was so powerful. And I do indeed feel exactly what you said. It felt coming out of that ocean, I felt lighter. And like when I was putting things in the basket, and then I was pushing this basket away, which was a really nice basket, by the way. I made it really nice in my head. And I was pushing it away, and I went to this water. And every time the wave came, and I was already in the water, and the wave came, I felt like it's kind of like taking
Yeah.
it away, like taking
Yeah.
it away. And
Yeah.
I'm like, right, this is amazing. And then when I get out, I got goosebumps again.
it's
Unbelievable.
it's real. It's
It
energy.
is real. It is real. And for people who are still maybe sometimes skeptical about things like this, I have a real story with you, Mina, when I broke my ankle and
Mm.
you gave me a energy healing. And we were not talking. You knew nothing about my toes, for example, and I'll get to that in a sec. So, but what actually happened was that I closed my eyes, and you were doing your work. And when we finished, you said to me, "It's like Linka, I don't know if you have something where your toes, you're not really happy with your toes or something, but I was straightening your toes." I was again, I got goosebumps just by saying it because I have real issues with my toes. And how could you know that? You could possibly never know that because why would I ever told anybody about a toes? So it's like you knew it, and it's not even like you could found that information about me. No, you just knew it. So even if someone is still skeptical, it's this is real. This really is real. You really truly have this power. You really feel people's energies. You really feel what people struggling with or what they have a blockage. And
Yeah.
I'm struggling to speak right now because I'm like so.
I know. That's the thing because it kind of really chills you out, and then you want to stay in that energy.
Ah,
You don't want it to end, and it
it's
becomes quite
amazing.
want to keep going back to feeling that good again because you're like, oh my God, that feels so good.
Oh,
But if you do it
absolutely.
for a period of time, I mean, we just did a few minutes there, so just imagine what's possible by doing a bit more intensive work, by actually, really methodically and systematically working through and clearing decluttering this energy. It's completely like every area of your life starts
Wow.
to feel. You can feel like that all the time. You can feel like really good.
I
Really.
love that. So tell us, what type of work do you do and where people can find you? Like if they, so what, and when you're talking about groups or when you're talking about one-to-one, so tell us a bit more.
So I'm just in the process of launching my, it's called the Prosperity Matrix. It's a one-to-one healing program where we, like I say, methodically, systematically clear out all of the low vibration energies, in particular that are blocking relationships, which include personal relationships, family relationships, business relationships, because it impacts everything. So we have a really good deep clutter of that. We have a deep clutter of any kind of traumas, anything that happened in childhood. We don't need to talk about the things, but we just need to move the energy out. So this is the beauty of it. You don't have to go into the whole story. Just trust that it's all being released, and what needs to come out is going to come out. And then we do a lot of work around money, your environment that you grew up in around money, what was happening in your childhood around money, releasing any low vibration energy around that, reprogramming the thoughts around money and how we think around money, and any kind of energetic blocks that could have come through that are affecting financial flow. We do a lot of work on fears, worthiness. I mean, I work with very, very financially successful people that feel unworthy. It's
Wow.
unbelievable. You know, we all have these thoughts and feelings. We all
Yeah.
have these self doubt. So that's called the Prosperity Matrix. It's a 3 month deep intensive healing program. And I mean, it might not be that that's for you right now and you're just questioning it and you're just interested. I offer lots and lots of taster sessions that I ping over to you. So that's fine. You just try it out, see what works for you. It's important that you feel that this is for you and it's right for you and it's a right fit. But also something that's really helpful is I offer energy audits, which is just a very quick 15-minute call where I'll let you know what are the blocks and things that are stopping your financial flow specifically for you, like what's going on in your field. And it can be very, very helpful to give you some insights, information. Even in just that call, a lot of shifts happen. And I often get people message me back and go, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe what's just happened as a result of having that call with you. And we didn't really do much work. We just literally, I just
Wow.
identified some light on some areas that might be feeling stuck. So anyone who's feeling stuck, you know, financially and relationships, emotionally, it can really really help them.
Fantastic. That's great. And so where do people find you? Are you on Instagram, Facebook?
I'm on Instagram. We'll add a link for it. It's Meena.Samara on Instagram. You can find me on LinkedIn, Meena Samara, Facebook. I am on YouTube. There's some silly videos on there, I'm sure. So I'm on all the social platforms.
Fantastic. And it's simply Meena Samara, isn't it? So,
Meena Samara, yeah. Apart from Instagram, which is Meena.Samara, if you
oh
struggle to
yeah.
find.
Oh yeah, because Instagram is funny with the spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tend to be
Fantastic.
on Instagram is my main profile, but you can find me on any of them.
Yeah. Oh, that was unbelievable. You are just such an angelic person. Good, angelic. Definitely. And I have another question for you as well, Mina. I always ask my guests to recommend a book, and I'm wondering what book you have for us as a recommendation.
Okay, so the book that I want to recommend to you is called The Magic by Rhonda Byron. And the reason I love this book is it's a practical book that you actually have to take. I think it's a 28 days program, and it's a practical book that you take daily action steps which will transform your energy. It transforms your way of thinking. It's very much around gratitude. I've known this is a book that I keep piles of them and I give them away to people. I've known this book to get people out of the depths of depression. I know someone who was in depression for 2 to 3 years, did the program within a month, they were out of depression because it changes the way that the thought patterns, the way that you're thinking completely. And I can't recommend it enough.
That's amazing. So it's a magic by who again?
Rhonda Byron. It's the lady who wrote The Secret.
Secret.
Yeah.
Yeah. And loads of people, again, people who are listening to this episode, most of them will be familiar with the book, The Secret. So
You'll find
this,
it's
yeah, definitely.
definitely magic.
This is the second book, so it's like a next step, the next level. So kind of
Yeah,
Secret kind of like ease you to it, like right. There are
yeah,
other things in life which we can do in order to be happier, healthier, whatever that is. And then the second one comes with the actual, as you said, step by step sort of thing, like right, do that, try that, try that.
We have to actually take an action to change the energy. You can't just change energy with a thought. There's very limited amount you can do with a thought alone. But when you take action steps and do actually put things in place, that's what creates energetic shifts, the bigger shifts. But I mean, the mindset work can take you so far, but then when you're getting frustrated, it's because you need more.
I love that, and I'm experiencing this by myself now, right now. So and everything really started with you. You helped me so much now to actually, and I even said to my partner the other day that I am not even gonna listen to any property books or educational books on the business or anything like that. Everything starts here. I need to fix this first. So it's amazing what exactly what you just said, and it's not just the having the
Yeah.
bulletproof mindset and just be like, thinking positive. That's not enough. Exactly, like just by doing the little steps of the things where you can, so you can help people to actually clear out what the blockages are, what you need to do, and then you have tools which we can use to actually really make the magic happen.
Yeah, I give you ongoing tools so that in the future, if you feel blocked, you know how to clear yourself. So it's very practical steps. But I absolutely agree with you. I mean, I believe in personal development, but you can go on all these courses, learn all these strategies, but none of them work if your energy's blocked up because your energy will get in the way and won't let it work. So it's better to work on your energy first. And then when you go to do the courses, you'll fly through them because nothing gets in your way. You're not getting in the way anymore.
Nice. Well said. Well said. Well, I hate saying that the episode have to finish, but everything here comes to the end one day. So I am just so super grateful that you came today. I can't wait to share your wisdom and everything with the world. You truly are amazing. You know how much I respect you, you know how much I love you. And I actually have a girl crush on you as well. So for those who are listening and you can't see her face, she is beautiful inside and out. So yeah, Google, check her out, find her, and yeah, definitely follow this beautiful person. So thank you so much again for coming, and I'm wishing you all the success in the world. And I know you're gonna help thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for being you.
Bye.
Bye, lovely. Have a good day.